Just come right out here, right in the spotlight.
We're coming to a time of presentation. And just before the presentation is made, I wanted to say a word to Melanie. Melanie, when you came to this role, we knew it would be a perfect fit because you're a daughter of the manse, and she was raised in church, some very big churches. And not only that, she had a mother who had strong opinions on what was appropriate and what was not appropriate, and she soaked it all in. But she also added to that her own intelligence and her own wit and her own, as her French ancestors would say, that indefinable je ne sais quoi. But I think I'm speaking for everybody here that we all collectively shudder to think of what Ken would be like without Melanie's refining influence. You also brought a heart and a listening ear, and I was recipient of that, both of you. And we're so grateful to both of you. And Melanie, when you look at this present in the future, I hope you don't say, oh, and this is what the district gave us when Ken finished his term. Instead, I hope you'll look at it and you'll say, they admire me, they respect me, and they love me.
Part of what Ken had as a ministry outside of the Western Canadian District, many of you know, is with the First Nations people. And I know that Larry Wilson would have loved to have been here if he could, and to celebrate just the great contribution you have made to that association. And it would be the same for Francis Pearson in Montreal. He would have loved to have been here also. And Ken has had a great part in connecting with the St. Lawrence District, and in fact is heading there to speak with a number of you at their district conference coming up. So those two groups are also represented here with us, but yet saying their thanks to you. Well, we wanted to get a little gift. And I guess behind it all was the idea that there's a saying out there, out of sight, out of mind. And we were afraid, very afraid, that when you left office, you would forget us. And so we're trying to think of what would be the ways that we could have some sort of a gift that, you could carry in your heart, so to speak. I mean, the committee has met for months. It seems like years. It's been a long time they've been waiting, trying to get together what would be the most appropriate gift. And there were some that even thought, well, they contacted actually a tattoo parlor. The idea was that if Ken wouldn't, we could just strip his shirt off right now and start engraving our initials on his back, so that if he couldn't carry us in his heart, at least he would on his back. But the budget wouldn't allow that. So we just brought a few little shekels together, and it's just kind of a little something. You can't eat it, but it's something to put on the wall. And we hope this will have a place. And it sort of represents all of our churches and all of the district personnel that worked in your office with you from the time you started until now. So, could have been a drum roll there, but you could just pull this out. So this is just a little wall thing. It has on the background there the name of every church in this district, and then also in bold the name of those that worked with Ken through his tenure here. So that's it.